Okay, so now the sound is recording. Do you want to say something quickly? Just testing sound levels.
Yo.
Try again.
Yo.
Try again without screaming.
Yo.
What is up, you guys? And welcome back.
Oh, I just never heard you say it in the flesh.
What is up, you guys? And welcome back to another podcast. Today we're here with the man, the myth, the legend, GullyGuyLeo.
Gully Guy.
Gully Guy gang shit. So Leo, if I had to describe what you do, I'd say you take fit pictures, and I've heard now you're kind of branching more into clothes, as in like your own stuff.
Yeah.
But how would you say the whole thing started with like you getting into fashion and you doing all this stuff?
I think like fashion, because it's never been something that I've always like been interested in. With like some people from when they were like a baby, they've been interested in it, but I've always kind of done something creative, if that makes sense. Like I don't know if you know the game Moshi Monsters.
Never heard of it. Danish.
Oh.
So what's Moshi Monsters?
The English guys will know that. It's like a game of like you know bin weevils, right?
No idea.
You don't know any of these games?
Not a single game.
So Moshi Monsters is like characters, and you like dress them up and have a house and stuff. When I was like 9 or 10, I used to do YouTube videos off this like tiny video camera.
Yeah.
And like film myself and put it up of me like buying stuff for Moshi Monsters. And then obviously I've done YouTube again before, and then it kind of just got into fashion, because after obviously that first photo where I was in like the butterfly tracksuit, that was like where it all started, and then like kind of just branched from there. But it was never something that I planned from like thinking like, oh, I always want to do fashion.
Yeah. So when was this? Because I remember seeing that butterfly picture ages ago almost, but that must be 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Or is that spring summer 15?
I think nearly 2 years ago. Yeah. Spring summer 2016. I might be wrong, or fall winter, because it was like spring summer, because it was really cold, and I remember it was like February or so. But yeah, it's back then, so maybe like a year and a half ago, nearly 2 years.
Yeah. So back then you have been 13, because you're 15 now. Yeah,
15. I think I was 14. I turned 13 the June before, if that makes sense. But yeah, I was 14 then.
Yeah. No, it's crazy, because like this is something I spoke to Sanjay about as well, because when I was 14, I was just playing video games. Yeah. No Moshi Monsters, just video games. But so you're obviously still 15 now.
Yeah.
But how does it work with you? You're at school, college, or is it?
Yeah, it's school at the moment. Like, there's this kind of big rumor that I don't go to school, but yeah, I go to school. Yeah. Monday to Friday.
Yeah, I remember seeing that shit in the basement.
Yeah.
People, every time you be a Supreme drop, people are like, oh,
I'd probably think that about myself. It's just good timing, like, shout out now. But yeah, it's perfect timing. Like, the drops normally happen on like half terms, weekends. Not weekends, but like good half terms, like North Face and stuff. Yeah,
exactly. No, it's fair enough. But who actually kind of brought you into Supreme? Was it just general fashion, or was it someone in particular, or the group, or?
I don't know. Like, it's always Supreme. Like 3-4 years ago, it's always started like blowing up, and like you can't kind of avoid it. Like even people that are just completely detached from fashion still know what Supreme is. Like, yeah. And I think as I started, because I did YouTube about 3 to 4 years ago, and the people that used to do it then used to like wear Supreme. And I also like I said in my Real People Do Real Things video, where I used to go to Brighton, and obviously skaters were wearing it, because obviously it's a skate brand, but there was like a lot of skaters wearing it when I was there. There was a lot of just general people wearing it, and I've always kind of known what it was. And then obviously through the group, The Basement, like when I joined it, I was posting outfit pictures in there, but I never wore Supreme. Like it was Dickies, a Basement t-shirt and a beanie.
Yeah, Ralph Lauren PJ.
Yeah. Ralph Lauren pajama bottoms, black and white.
Yeah, then, I remember when they were like really really
like everything.
Popping.
Yeah. But
no, it seems like ages ago. Well, I guess it is ages ago.
Yeah.
But if you kind of go back to the whole school thing, what do people think about what you do? As in, do people know? Do you feel like people are looking at you weird in the schoolyard, or is it all very chill, very casual?
With school, like, it's weird, because in year 7 when I joined secondary school, I wasn't like popping. Like I didn't have any of this. So the people that like are in my year now, year 11, they've known me since I started popping. They saw when it started coming up, so it's not weird for them. But let's say like new year 7s or 8s that join my school and they know who I am. Maybe it's weird for them because it's like seeing me with 360,000 followers, but they saw me with like 2,000, so it's not weird. But like people still say like it's actually crazy what you're doing, and everyone's like cool about it, but it's not weird to them because of how long they've known me.
Yeah. Are there any Are there ever anyone at school who asks for pictures, or is it just like nah?
Nah, I've never been asked for a photo at school. It's always like people would say like, "Oh, GullyGuyLeo," like in the corridor, like whether it's sarcasm or not.
Yeah.
But never ever been asked for a photo. No, not at school.
Must be weird because I don't know. I think if it's a school in London or somewhere else, I think people would take it differently, maybe.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
is the fashion very different up in Warwick, where you live, or is it?
Yeah, Warwick.
Shout out Warwick.
Warwick gang. Nah, it's like over there. It's like it's weird because Supreme and like Palace and all those brands have started actually going into there now over the last like 6 months. But it's still like you'll get anywhere, like you'll get in London, anywhere, literally, just like superstars, a lot of it, like skinny jeans and stuff like that. But there is a lot more Supreme there now than there was like a year and a half ago. Or maybe there was Supreme, but I just didn't realise because I wasn't into it. But
Do you feel like Supreme is more cool in Warwick than it is in London? Because I
think it probably is because like people know what it is, and the people in Warwick it's more exclusive, if you know what I mean, because it seems like so hard to get. But Supreme, like you can literally post on Depop or the groups and you have it, get it the same day. Like it's not exclusive, you just have to have the money. And like in Warwick it's more about getting it, which is harder because no one knows how to access it.
No, it's true. So when you go to school, do you wear Supreme stuff, or is it strictly school uniform?
Now there's uniform, there's like there's a strict uniform policy, but I wear like Supreme 98s, the all black ones, as my school shoes. That's like the only accessory that I have on my uniform, and maybe like an earring or something. But yeah, it's pretty strict. Maybe like the trousers I can wear like Dickies or something, but I rarely do. But yes, it's very strict there.
Are you allowed to wear beanies?
Nah, not to school. It's hair out at school, yeah. But,
so when did the whole beanie thing start? Because that's been like almost a GullyGuyLeo trademark.
Yeah, it's so weird because like the beanie was never something to cover up my hair because I'm insecure about it. Like I literally was just wearing it because I liked the beanie, and then like from like a year and a half ago, people were starting to say like, "Oh, this guy, all he wears is a beanie. Like, why?" And then I was like, I just rode along with it and kept wearing it. And like nowadays, it's more like a actual myth, like what is under his beanie, and that's why it's funny.
Is GullyGuyLeo bald? No, I think it's definitely a look, and you can always obviously change the color of the beanie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know, like shoelaces in your shoes, like they're changeable. The color of the beanie's changeable to match the outfit, but it's just funny.
You prefer the black one?
The black's the best because I can never find any other colors that fit like this one. They all fit like bigger and baggier. But
so what's the brand of the beanie? Is it just some random brand, or is it?
Yeah, it's just a random brand.
We can't
disclose brand.
So what? When is the GullyGuyLeo beanie coming? New collection?
Soon, maybe soon. Good beanies, GullyGuy beanies on
GullyGuy beanies. Nah, I'm one of those guys who can't wear a beanie.
Yeah, it's weird. Like some people's heads just look. That's the problem with releasing a beanie. Like people will get it and it will fit them horribly. Yeah. Rather than a t-shirt that everyone can wear. But
yeah, I've never been into beanies or hats. It's always been just long hair. But it's do you feel? Let's say you went to a Supreme drop without a beanie on. Do you reckon you'd feel different or feel out of place in a way, or do you reckon it'd just be whatever?
I don't know. I think I would, because like I would probably feel like quite anxious because like it would be weird. Yeah. And like I've always said, like if I went to, I don't know, like an event, like a party or something like that, where I was getting noticed, like for photos with my beanie on, I feel like if I wasn't wearing a beanie and put my hood up, like I don't know who, like people would like question if it was actually me or something. Like when you see my beanie, you straight away know like it's him.
So do you reckon at some point it's just gonna be no more beanie?
I think eventually, yeah. I think I'll get rid of it eventually. Yeah. Like just because I can't wear it forever, you know what I mean?
Not true. Wearing a beanie to your wedding. But now, so you're not in your GCSEs yet, are you? You're the year before GCSEs.
No, I'm doing GCSEs now.
Okay.
I'm just about to do them.
So what's the plan after? Do you want to go college? Do you want to do...
I still don't know. It's really bad. Like, a lot of people I know are starting to like realize what they want to do and stuff. But no, I still don't know. It's definitely something to do with fashion. Maybe like a college in London or something like that. Like,
yeah,
fashion college. But we'll see. Like, it's gonna definitely be something to do with fashion. Hopefully, if my career doesn't change or like I want to do something different in a few months. But yeah, definitely fashion. Not 100% what yet though.
No, I think that's the beauty. When you have that kind of follow base, you're very lucky to be able to take it somewhere.
Exactly,
somewhere
like,
else.
Even with you now, like you've got it. Like, it's so cool. Like, a lot of people have a base of followers, but they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
That's why it's so sick having like followers, because it's not like necessarily just for the clout. Like, looking at the number, like you can actually like cause or like create something sick off it.
Yeah, you
that's
can do something, and I think that's the beauty of it. I think not to slag on makeup YouTubers, but you know, I know I'm gonna do YouTube for like 1-2 more years, but I think after that it's probably time to do something else.
Yeah, exactly.
I probably shouldn't say that on this podcast or on air, but
leaked information about Magnus running YouTube career. Nah,
just a fucking stepping stone. No, I think it's a very valid point, and everyone grows up. Like, I look back on the stuff I did just a year ago.
Yeah, it's changed there. I remember when you shaved your head and like you hated it for like. I remember you telling me that. But yeah, like, it's crazy because you literally went from like 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna check my social plate now. I think it's almost on 100 now.
Yeah,
but
you'll get that big stone, big 100K.
It's crazy. But I think it's crazy because when it's social media, it feels like time goes so much faster. Like, it's
an illusion, because like when people look at it, all they can see is like your photo from a week ago.
Yeah.
But actually, you've done so much in that week. That's one thing I like about it and hate about it. Like, because I like people being able to see like what I'm doing for them, like to benefit my followers. But it's so hard to show, because sometimes you'll be working on like a collection that comes like 6 months later and people don't know you're doing it.
Yeah, and people think you're sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. You're not doing anything. But like, I think that's the beauty and the beast, can I say? I don't know if that works. The beauty and the beast of social media. But yeah.
No, I think it's just, as I said, social media is just flying. It goes so fast. But there are still a lot of things which just takes ages. Like, if I dropped out of uni, and uni is 4 years, and for me 4 years sounds like fucking ages.
Yeah. Because you literally you dropped out like last year, right?
Yeah, I dropped out like 3 months ago. So, and it already seemed like ages ago.
Ages ago, I remember you saying that you were dropping out.
That's the crazy thing. Like, 3 months ago, I was still doing this stuff, but now I'm able to do more stuff.
Yeah.
So, when people ask me, like, what are you doing 4 years' time? I have no idea. I might do something else. I don't know. What do you reckon you'll be doing in 4 years?
It's such a crazy question, because like thinking about the future scares me. I just like taking every day as it comes, but I can't even say that I want to be doing something for fashion. Like, everyone I speak to that I know says that I'm going to be an actor or something like that. So maybe like something to do with that, but something creative. Like, I never want to work in an office or become like a lawyer, but something fun. But I can't actually put my finger on it, because I don't want to say like fashion just because I'm into it now. Like, when I was into Moshi Monsters like 4 years ago, I probably said, I want to be like working for Moshi Monsters in like 10 years. So it changes all the time, but definitely something creative.
Yeah. No, I think creative definitely the way forward. That's where obviously the follower base helps a lot, because that's like a very, very big stepping stone into it. That's why if people ask me how to start a brand, I tell them build your social media.
Yeah.
And then launch something.
So yeah, like, if it's so, I can't actually think. Well, I can actually. That's a lie, but I can't really think of at the moment brands that like are popping that don't have a pop in social media. Like, every single brand has like a fire social media. Like Off-White, like 1 million followers. Like, it's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, I think Supreme was on something like 5 million followers,
and it gains so much. Like, if you look at their statistics, like Social Blade, in between seasons, it like slows down, and you see like, when a season comes out, it's like
just straight up again. Yeah.
Like, crazy. Actually crazy.
But I mean, what do you think about Supreme these days? Because obviously Supreme, as weird as it sounds, Supreme was a big part of your success.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I think...
But I think we who've been into Supreme for a while, we kind of see this as it going downhill.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's only really going up.
Yeah. I think that's like with anything. Like, because when I got into it, thinking back to it, like, I thought it was fire. Like, the stuff that was coming out, like, I can't remember what TNF it was that I first.
What, the denim one? or the bandana ones?
Yeah, I can't even remember. Like when I first got into Supreme, I can't remember the first TNF that released when I was into it, but it seemed so fire. And now, like looking at the TNF that's coming out, like when they just did those bags or whatever, like it's not good. It seems like it's going downhill for us, but to people who just get into it, it must seem what it was like to me, which is fire. So
super cool.
You can't even
cues.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
yeah, I mean, we're kind of slagging off in a way, but I'm very aware that Supreme is probably the main reason why I'm doing.
Yeah, I like it.
Streetwear
like,
as well.
Like it's a sick brand. Like everything about it is cool. But for me, like just looking at the weekly drops, like there's nothing I've really wanted for like a good like 4 or 5 weeks. And when I got into it, I wanted everything every week.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just weird. Like.
So what's your favorite piece this season?
My favorite piece, thinking off the top of my head, I like that Gons varsity jacket that I wore. I like the dollar denim trucker jacket.
Yeah, that's coming out tomorrow.
It comes out tomorrow, yeah, but I'm not going to get it. But I like it. I can't put my finger on the stuff that's coming out.
I think that's the sad part, that there's no real
standout piece, really.
No.
Like a fire piece.
Because they used, which one was the lookbook image they used this time around? Was that the
Elmo looking tracksuit, like
that's the one. Yeah, exactly.
And the Gons varsity jacket, but it's just like it's not really exciting. Like then they used the astronaut jacket. Like I like that, but now looking back at it, I don't like it as much. But in that preview piece, like that got everyone hyped because it was like something new. But now it's just not as exciting. But that must just be for us because we've been into it for a little while, and like it's just not as
new.
I
think so. But I think also what happens is that people just get tired of stuff real quick.
And you find new things as well.
Yeah.
Like the longer you stay in it, like before I got into fashion, I wouldn't have known so much about like Margiela and like Raf and stuff like that. But even though I don't buy it as much, like seeing it makes a comparison immediately of like Supreme and stuff like that. So just discovering new stuff makes stuff you already know seem worse.
Yeah.
That's what's happening basically.
No, definitely. I mean, I don't know how long you keep clothes for, but I'd say I keep clothes for maybe 2-3 months, and then I tend to sell it unless I've trashed it. So there's the whole thing about you buying to flexing and everything. But I don't know.
That was like, no, because like if you think about it, at my age, like for any kid, it's like you can't buy like 20 pieces and then keep all of them because you can't buy more.
Yeah.
So you have to be like clever about it, and that's kind of what I did, where I'd buy like a few pieces, wear them, and then sell like one of them. But then I got like the Instagram picture, let's say, that is what's growing my account. So like, but that stopped now because I've started getting obviously a better income from the stuff I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I've been able to keep pieces now and not sell them as much. But it's all about just like being tactical, really. And that's when people ask me, like, it's the same people who ask me, how do you get followers? The same people who say like, why the fuck do you sell things as soon as you wore them?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like,
people don't realize that as much as it's a hobby, it's also a business at the same time.
Yeah, it's like a stock market, like a younger person's stock market. You can buy a jacket for 300 and sell it for like 800.
And it works.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I did my Off-White video, and admittedly, I said in Off-White video I wasn't going to sell them. I'm not a reseller. But when someone comes and offers you like,
yeah, I know, like you
1.2K,
can't turn it down. You've paid like £100 for the shoes, and there's $1,000 in front of you.
It's like rent.
Yeah,
literally.
It's actually insane, and that's why like you just gotta do what you gotta do, basically.
Yeah, I mean you gotta survive one way or the other, and that's the thing. But do you feel like, obviously you still live at home? How do you manage to have your income and live at home and everything? Because obviously mom still cooks every dinner.
Cooks the roast.
Yeah.
Shout out my mum, Sarah. OG.
Sarah Mandela.
But I think like it's cool living at home because like people will say like, oh, all the money you get is for you. Like you don't have to give any like rent or pay any bills. But I think I always give money to my family that I get, and like the pieces that I get in, if I sell them, then I'll do something good with the money.
Yeah.
If it's spending it on clothes, I won't ever waste it. Like I hate wasting money, but I always give money to my family, and like I'll never do anything that's gonna like fuck my family over or anything like that. Like I'm always clever about it, but it's just getting to the point now where I have so many clothes from like seeding from brands, buying loads, that it's like hard to actually store because I have the smallest room in the house.
Yeah.
So like it's a bit of a pain storing stuff, but yeah, it's not a major issue really.
No, it's good. But what did they think in the beginning when everything started? Were they positive about it? Were they a bit wary, or was it?
Yeah, they're still like the same now. Like they're still baffled, but they have better idea. Like when I was like 13, of course, any parent would be like, "No, you can't go to London, like because it's far away from me.
Yeah,
you can't go to London because it's no one's going with you." And like obviously, there's like this like idea in everyone's family's mind who don't live in London that you can get robbed there, like you're gonna lose stuff there.
Yeah,
the
big city and.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess it was kind of just like about gaining trust and doing it. And then once I did it, my parents were like, "Wow, like you can do it now. Like go
Sick.
do what you want."
Yeah.
Not like that, but like do it when you want to do it if it's going to benefit you. So then I started just doing it a lot more, like going to London for the first job, butterfly tracksuit, doing all that. And then, yeah, I mean, it's just about kind of gaining trust and doing it more and more. And then as I've started to do it more and get like income, get like people like celebrities that my parents know, like hanging out with them, like it's crazy for them, like seeing it. It's like, what the hell? Like I'll come home and go on my computer and have a Sunday roast and that'll be it. Like I won't talk about it much, but it's just about like going from like this crazy life here, going back to Warwick. Like it's nice because it's like brings you back down,
getting out of London and chilling with parents and everything.
It's just like chilling out and just being like a kid again. But yeah, it's weird. It's cool living at home, but then at the same time sometimes I do wish I lived in London.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I mean, I've lived in here for 4 months now.
Yeah.
And probably the best decision
I ever
made.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think what's crazy is that obviously I've known you for probably a year now.
Yeah.
I think the craziest part is how on some parts you're very grown up, you're very mature.
Yeah.
But there are still parts where you're very
kiddie.
Very kiddie, yeah. You are still 15.
Of course.
And I think people tend to forget that.
Yeah.
I mean, every now and then when you sleep on a couch, we'd come in, you'd be lying on the couch just watching watching iCarly and shit like that.
iCarly. Shout out iCarly. It's the best series on the internet. Or beating someone up.
Sure, beating up Dan, yeah.
My guy Dan. Bang.
But are there any areas where you think you've grown too fast, or are there any areas where you wish you have had some more time, or the streetwear community and the people we hang around with, they tend to be, I'd say 18, 19, 20 or above. So
being around like older people, it makes you feel older. But like, I think I really like it because I always like kind of having good common sense, having good ideas. The only thing I'd really say that I don't miss, but I don't like so much about it is having to like wake up so early and like not seeing school friends or not doing things at home because I'm constantly doing something on the weekend and like, there's always something going on. Yeah,
so you're kind of sacrificing that in a way.
Exactly. But it's not like I don't like doing it because coming here is like so sick, like doing everything here. But that's probably the only thing. Like I can't remember the last time I actually had a proper good like time at home, like doing something with school friends and stuff. But I think it's cool, but at the same time it's difficult as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there must be bad parts about it, obviously.
About there's everything, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even for you, like, you're away from your family in London, aren't you? Like, because they're all in Reading, so... Like,
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I probably see my parents once every third week. So
that's actually crazy. Like, you're older, but, like, no matter how old you are, you always miss your parents. Like, they're the
definitely.
OGs.
And I think what sucks is that... I know it's going to be weird to sit here and say, but... In 5 years' time, I'll look back and be like, why didn't I spend more time with my parents? And I think everyone kind of goes through that phase. Yeah. And obviously, you live at home now, and it's very, very easy, convenient. But I think when everyone grows up, you kind of fade away a bit. Yeah. Try new things, and then eventually come back, I guess.
I mean, like, my parents do loads for me. Like, I can't imagine, like, actually living somewhere on my own. Like, it scares me, the thought of it. But... just the thought of like moving out or doing something like that is a tiny bit scary, like, but I think as you grow older you have to do older things and do more. Like, you can't stay at home for the rest of your life, you got to move out and do stuff. But I don't know, I think it's part of life, isn't it? It moves in like a circle, so you got to do it. Like, you can't stay in the same place for your whole life or nothing's going to happen. Yeah,
no, definitely, I agree. See, I think it's just finding out when you're ready and when it's the perfect time, because you don't want to leave it too late, but you don't want to jump out early. And obviously, you'll have to finish school GCSEs before you do something. So when you reckon you'd want to move away? Do you want to leave it late, or do you want to...
I want to do it. I want to do it when I'm young, because the more I put it off, the more like you moved out at 19 or 20.
I moved out at 18.
Oh shit!
18,
Oh,
wait,
because you went
18.
to uni.
No,
Yeah.
I must have moved out at. I moved out at 18, I think, a year ago now.
I'd say like 18 if I'm still doing what I'm doing or if I'm doing something new.
Yeah.
But like when I'm like 17 or 16, I want to start getting into like a job where like it's like monthly payment or whatever, and you start doing something where like you get a bit of a routine and like meet people.
Yeah.
Because it's all good doing like what I'm doing now, but at 20 I can't do it. You know what I mean? Well, you kind of can, but I want to move on to something a lot better, like and bigger.
Do you feel like you being not necessarily a kid still, but do you feel like you being young is a big factor in what you do? Because arguably, I would think that.
Yeah. I know what you're gonna say.
If I was 18 wearing
the
matching fits, I don't reckon.
I mean, yeah, like that's of course something, but that's also like you kind of just gotta say like that's why I did it, like because I'm young and I can do it, like because I worked out a way that I can constantly like buy clothes or whatever because I'm like selling ones or doing modeling, whatever like that. I think like just being young is positive for everything. It's got its negatives, like when there's like fashion parties, you can't get in or whatever.
Yeah,
but
getting kicked out.
Exactly, like escorted out, going in through the back door. There's a funny story about that, and then the man coming over and being like, "You gotta leave." But yeah, I think it's cool being young because it's like people give you more respect for what you're doing, but at the same time, it's also like we were saying earlier, everything has positives, everything has negatives to it.
Yeah, I think a big negative of being young, apart from the stuff you can't do, is that everyone, no matter what you do, if it comes to expensive clothes or anything, they'll be like, yeah, mommy and daddy's credit card.
Yeah. I was hoping you'd ask this, because I said earlier, like, my parents do a lot for me, and I'm scared that people are going to take that the wrong way and think, like, they give me all my money, but they don't, like, they don't give me the money. Like, it's, if I was watching me from an outside perspective, I would think the same thing. Like, because obviously when you're so young, people just presume that, because it's like,
how do you make that much money?
But I kind of like, I can't remember, like, people will ask me how I did it in the start then, and I can't actually remember. I must have saved up and like sold something, but honestly, like, no money comes from my parents, because I don't come from, like, I wasn't born into it, if you get what I mean. Like, they weren't into fashion, they didn't have like millions of pounds. I kind of just did it myself. But yeah, it's not parents' money, but I can see why people say it. Like, I don't.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I for one kind of judge younger people maybe with expensive clothes.
Yeah.
And I think that's partly because I didn't spend that much money on clothes back then.
Yeah, exactly.
So they must have come from some wealthy background.
Yeah.
I'm well aware a lot of people who do come from backgrounds like wear that shit. Like people wearing head to toe Supreme Louis Vuitton. Like,
yeah, you just know it.
Yeah, no offense.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Like, you can see it, like, obviously when it's bait that it's come from like parents.
Yeah.
I don't. Thing is, I don't kind of like, I don't hate on it that much, because I think like if your parents can afford to give it to you, then like why not? You know what I mean?
Enough.
If they've got money left over to help you live and for them to live, then why not like take it? I guess get the clothes. But I get what you mean. Like, it's obvious in some cases. I think it's just like from personal like what's happened to someone or what they've been through, or like how they were brought up, then they'd know. Like, for me, if I saw a kid who was like me, I'd know instantly if it was parents' money or not.
Yeah.
Just because
what they
I
wear,
know, yeah,
how they wear it.
It's so hard to explain. But
yeah, definitely. I need to stop. Pop is the one over there.
It was like you were like, whoops.
Yeah, no, it's on the table there.
How do you like cut this in between?
What do you mean? Like when I do the camera break? I don't really. So basically, there's gonna be a cut, and then done essentially.
Cool.
Ad break. Now I'm gonna put like 10 ad breaks in this podcast. Make some money. No, we're still going. This is going in the interview.
Yeah. Very good.
But now, so we talked about how it was with like younger kids having so much money. Are there any kids? Well, not kids. Are there other people you see as, oh, he could be the next Leo Mandela? As weird as that sounds, because people they seem like they get younger and younger in streetwear, and it always seems like it's the younger kids who get recognized more.
It's never getting older; it's younger and younger.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, from an outside perspective, looking in, if I wasn't me, I don't know who I'd see as the next like me or like doing the same thing as me. Like, because there's like a lot of kids that do what I do, which is like really sick to see, like seeing people wearing clothes and posting outfit pictures and stuff. But I don't know, I couldn't put a name to it, but there'll definitely obviously be someone like me in a year or so, which is exciting. But
how do you feel about people calling themselves GullyGuyLeo or GullyGuyLeo?
I mean, I find it funny, like, because as long as they're not like stealing my identity, like, I don't care. Like, it's funny. It's just it's like when people call themselves like Tom James Revenge or something like that, like just like copying a name. But I think it's just funny, and it's cool that you've had like that influence on someone to do that.
Champagne Cappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think there's definitely limits to how far you can go.
Yeah.
And I think the problem when you make an account called GullyGuyLeo or something, immediately you kind of discard your identity.
Exactly.
And
you've kind of like, when people see it, they're just gonna, you don't look original at all. Like, that's, I think, but like, do what you want to do, I guess. People just can do it if they want, but it's just funny.
No, definitely. But yeah, I'm telling you, if anyone takes running, I'm coming for you.
Leo Running.
When I changed my Instagram name, I had to claim Magnus Running again, just in case.
Yeah.
So
someone would take it.
Do you ever reckon you'll change Instagram name? Because
Never.
No.
Never. Maybe like if I do something else, or like I want like a Finsta, which is like a fake Instagram, which like obviously everyone's got. But GullyGuyLeo, like I couldn't change. I can't think of anything better. Like the other night I was thinking, what could I actually name myself that's better?
Yeah.
And just the rhythm of it, the funniness of it, I'd never change it.
No, that's the funny thing, because people actually call you Gully.
Like the celebrities I hang out with, they're like, not like trying to flex or anything, but they're like, oh, like Gully, what's up? It's like, obviously I'm not going to say my name's Leo, but it's just funny. It's quite funny now, because it's like Gully, like
it just sticks.
It's like catchy. But
so have you ever met any of your idols? Because obviously you've met a lot of famous people, celebrities.
My main idol, I don't actually know who my main idol is. Like I can't think of one, but I've had like, obviously I've got inspirations and like fashion people that I look to, like obviously like Carti's cool, like Nasty's cool, they're all cool, like Tiger. I just like, because they're obviously all different in what they do. Like Tiger's like so heavily music based, so it was cool to hang out with him and see how like he lives and how like music like literally makes his life. Like everywhere they go it's music playing, thinking of new lyrics. But like if I was with Ian or Nast, well Nast makes music, but like Carti or Ian, like, because Carti's obviously fashion and music, it's cool seeing like the mix and how kind different it is. So I guess all the people I meet, I'm blessed to meet them. It's not like none of them I've like looked up to for my whole life. Like if I was to have looked up to anyone my whole life, it would be like someone like Michael Jackson or crazy like that, like someone that I've known for all my life. That would be like, obviously he's died, rest in peace. But I think I've never actually met. What was it? I don't get it. I don't get the joke. Someone explain. It's another one of your jokes, but
no, that's fair enough.
Never like an idol, but cool people. Like,
Is it weird to meet people you kind of see on other social media or a bit?
Very weird, because it's like, as weird as it sounds, and this is like the weirdest thing to say, like you expect them to be tall or like expect them to speak some way, and they're like really small or like really tall. It's just weird like seeing them in real life, because you see how they like make themselves online, and then some people I've met are different or some people are the same, and it's just interesting to see, you know what I mean? Like it's really cool. It's cool, like, but it's also like a bit scary, like, because it's the fear of the unknown, because you know you're so comfortable with them online and it's easy to like DM them and like speak in a certain way. But when you actually meet them in real life,
it's always that first impression or meet.
Actually you and actually them. Like real life.
So how do you feel about when people ask you for pictures and stuff like that? Do you think it's weird? Or do you think
it's like, it is so weird, but it's become like normal now, like for you as well. Like it must have been so weird at the start, like when you'd think like, I actually thought like, what do people want a photo with me for? And then you sort of just to accept like, okay, I've got like followers, I've got like this online persona now. I guess people are asking photos for like valid reasons, but then like it's just adjusting to it, like crazy things like signing like Gucci shoes and stuff. It's like, I'd never give my shoes even to someone that I love so much or like idolize. I'd never give my shoes to sign. So it's weird, but it's also like really cool that people want it as well.
Yeah, unless it's Virgil and on his own shoes at least. but that kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we went to the Copenhagen basement pop-up, it was
actually insane.
Crazy.
Like, shout out Copenhagen. I think that's actually one of my favorite places in the world. Like, it's even though I've only been to like 4 or 5 places, but it is like fire, Copenhagen. Like, it's expensive, but it's nice. Like, the people there, and like, they're also crazy. Like,
yeah,
it's weird.
I think for some reason Copenhagen, and obviously you went to South Korea recently.
South Korea, yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they're one of the 2 places where
like
not necessarily fan culture, but like
I know what you mean.
Interaction wise.
Yeah, because me and Dan were having that conversation about like how in London I don't get asked for pictures like that, like loads. But when I went to Korea, like there was people like lining up for me to sign their book and get a photo with them. Like, it was crazy. Yeah. I think it's just because in London people know it's my hometown, and like it's just not as weird to see me there. So if you're like in Korea, I've like, because I'm obviously on the other side of the world to them, when they see it, it's just weirder. So it does make sense, but at the same time,
that opportunity once, maybe. Yeah.
But in London, like at the start, if I'd have known in 2 years I'd have this, I would have predicted if someone asked me that all my photos would come from London, but they don't. Yeah. Unless it's like a concert or something. But
yeah, I mean, we every now and then we walk through Soho, and it's always weird and funny at the same time.
There's always like, there is obviously a few kids and stuff like that, but like for you, it's so weird. Like how remember we went to that Call of Duty event, the launch party, and that guy asked you for a photo, and like got his like vlogging camera out. Like that would just never happen to me, but to you, like it's just weird because of where we were.
Yeah, I think it's like, different, completely different kind of area at the same time. Obviously, it's still YouTube and fashion, but still, I think fashion's still something very distinct in a way.
Yeah, like, and it's all, they're starting to merge like properly now. Like Jay Huss, he had like the off-white Nikes on. Like, it's weird because obviously music and fashion is now going hand in hand.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's just weird, the different people who watch YouTube and the people who have Instagram, and like the people they look on Instagram.
So when is Gully Guy mixtape coming out?
The fire mixtape. I don't know. I was thinking what would I actually call my mixtape if I made it.
Yeah,
probably like
you can't really take Gully tapes.
Yeah,
that's like cozy
yeah,
tapes.
I know. GG Records. I might make a record label and just sign every SoundCloud rapper on the planet.
Every single one.
Gully Guy Records. It's kind of fire, you know. Gully Guy Records.
No, like that's my problem. That if I was gonna do rap,
Running Records. That's fire.
Imagine
Running Records.
We should start a whole thing.
Yeah, fire.
Start like a horrible reason, horrible name. But no, I think if I was gonna do, I just don't know, because when you're on YouTube and you start to do music, it can never be serious. I feel like the only thing you do on YouTube is diss tracks and whatever.
But they are like the most iconic thing ever, like Rice Gum and that one like he did with that, I can't remember, like Alyssa Violet or something. Violet, yeah. Where he's like, I don't even want to sing it. It's just so funny though, like how they actually, and it got like 100 million views, and it gets more views than like a genuinely like fire, like good orchestra song or something like that. That's actually like, but I guess that's just how what it is now.
It's
like,
a weird culture.
Yeah, like the Paul brothers, they can like put out a diss track and literally get like 80 million views in like a week.
Yeah.
And beat like a Zayn Malik song or something like that. It's just crazy, the influence and like people who are watching it. But I guess when there's like a diss around something, or you know something's going on, then you're just more eager to see it, you know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, conflict is a bit more interesting sometimes than good friendships.
A slow song about like love or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I know what you mean.
So when's the diss track coming towards GullyGuyLeo? Because
I'm waiting for one.
Yeah, you've been getting a lot of hate.
I'm waiting for a diss track.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah,
one day.
Or a Magnus wanting diss track.
Imagine. But nah, I mean, you've been getting a lot of hate online. Yeah. And how do you cope with that? Because you recently turned 15, so you're still a kid in a way. So it must be weird to have all these people talking shit and saying all this stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of times it comes from like grown-ass men, which is the most, like, the scariest part.
Yeah, it's scary, but it's also funny now. Like, at the start, I think, like, it's so weird because people, when they get hate, they try and put this, like, thing on where they're like, it doesn't bother me, but actually it does. And I think, like, if you show that it bothers you at the start, and then if people, like, follow you and they see that it doesn't by the end, it's better than, like, pretending that it never bothered you, because, like, at the start, it did bother me, like when people were saying stuff. And I think it was maybe because I'm young, or maybe because I'm not used to it. But then, like, as you start to see it more, and you start to like actually click on the profiles of the people who are saying it, like it's actually quite funny. Like seeing he says it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I gotta be honest. When I saw you first time in the basement, like 2 years ago, when you've been 13, posing with a Supreme teacup and your palette and everything. I mean, I would probably like.
Yeah, you probably thought, "What the fuck is this guy?
Who's this little fucking mongrel?"
Yeah.
But I mean, when you meet people in real life, you completely change their mind.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think often people don't realize who's actually behind the camera, or who's actually getting all the hate and how they actually are. So I think it's a shame, but I think it's something where people are just getting dragged into it too easily.
Yeah. I don't know, it's weird because, like, yeah, like you said, like, when you first saw me, you'd be like, fuck this guy. Or, like, someone who saw my profile today, or someone who, like, clicked on it from this video or something. I'm glad that we're doing something like this, because I can finally, like, show that it's not... Because, like, if you look at my account, it does look like Mummy's Money. It looks like I'm going to be an arrogant, like, idiot. But, like, I don't know. I think people, like, that just like you from the start and just give you that, like, kind of trust that you're going to be, like, a cool guy. That's what I like. But I don't expect everyone to do that, or everyone to be like that, because... Personally, if I was looking at myself, like I said, from an outside perspective, I probably think what everyone else thinks. Yeah. Just because of how I've like put myself on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to judge, and that's a very sad thing. But I think it's something everyone tends to do. Yeah. But I think the funny thing is that you'd meet these people in real life, and they never bat an eyelid. They never say anything. Yeah, exactly. It's weird, like. So, well, I've seen that literally happen in front of me. That like the haters, like you walk past them, you know it's them. Yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, hi. Square up, bitch. Yeah. No, I mean, I think, as I said, it's a shame, but you know, you kind of come to everything. Yeah. I've kind of set myself up in a way that, sure, I'll. They can hate on you, but you've already like hated yourself. Like I've already, like a lesbian. Like people can say it, but you've already said that. Like it's just funny now. Yeah. I mean, I gotta admit, like when sometimes a joke goes too far. So, yeah. Every now and then it just goes. I guess, like, sometimes you push it over the edge, like, something you'd say, or, like, you do something that just, like, people are like, woo, like, let's do it. We're almost October now. I reckon this lesbian joke's been going for, like, half a year. It's literally insane. Like, I'll watch, like, one of your photos one day, or, like, go through the comments, and it's like, nice fit lesbian. You're just like, LLLL lesbian. Oh, my favourite lesbian. Yeah. No, it's weird, because... And then, like, love your profile, dude. Check us out. Sick fit, dude. Sick fit. So, obviously, it must have been yesterday, day before yesterday. You released your Gully colouring book. The good teaser. Colouring book. Let's see if you can grab it. We've got it on the floor here. Oh, these are, yeah. So, a colouring book. Tell me what's the force behind it. So, like, a lot of people have been talking about, like, the colouring book and like, oh, he's just doing it for the money, but it's actually like something that we did. I was working with Rory on it. We actually did something like, it was just like a novelty because of my age, like playing on the age thing. Can I show this? Yeah. Playing on the age, playing how young I am, like, and how colouring in was like something funny that I did when I was a kid, and I'm still like a kid to some people. We just like did it as a novelty joke, and I think we'll continue to do it. It was just something that we did like just to have fun, and it came out really, really funny. Like, you just got like colouring fits to colour in, like like it's just funny. Yeah, so basically it's 25 of your fits in a book where you can colour them in. Yeah, now 5 games. Now obviously you know that your fans and followers are going to be a bit older than the whole colouring book phase. Yeah. But I think it's a lot more of just the whole nostalgia thing. Yeah, exactly. And like, what you've grown up with. Or even just to have it, have it. Don't even have to colour it in or for the archives, but it's just like, it was never something that I thought of making for the money, because I knew that it was like, obviously my target market or my audience is not 4-year-olds. It's like 18 to 24-year-olds or 13 to like 16-year-olds. Yeah. So it was just something that I did, just literally just for fun, and then just to kind of show people that like I'm not just printing on like a t-shirt or something, and I actually do have like an idea to print and like manufacture something quite funny and cool, like actually. No, definitely, yeah. And I think it's something where it's something people didn't really expect.
Yeah.
And when
it came out of nowhere.
When they saw it with all the comments, were like,
yeah, what the actual fuck? Like I waited like 2 days because I was like teasing it, and I was like, come back tomorrow. People were probably expecting like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Or like a hoodie or something, and then like it zooms out and this is in front of you, and like a kid's just scribbling in, like that was part of the joke, and like it was just funny. But people have started to come around and be like, wait, this is actually cool, like that you've actually put the time into it, and like the design and stuff like that. And my half sister, designed the front cover and the back cover, and I think that's something that's so cool about it, because like
state and family.
Yeah,
almost.
exactly. So one of my family designed it, which is even cooler. But yeah, it's just quite funny, really.
No, cool. Obviously, I know what's happening later.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that, or should we save that?
That's I don't know. I'm not gonna say anything, but I'm just gonna like tell people to just look at my t-shirt or something. Like I don't know what's going on.
Do a close up.
Yeah, it's like a close up. But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled and keep your crayons close to your book.
keep your crayons ready.
Keep the crayons ready.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Gully Guy.
Show them the back.
Crayons.
The funniest thing.
The back.
If you read the back.
I'll read the back. So usually on the back you'd have stuff like you'd have disclaimers.
Don't put like
or whatever.
near a child or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did
this one says, I guess quite a long one. Use your common sense and don't eat or inhale these crayons, please. Keep away from your 3-year-old brother or sister because they'll probably snap or destroy them, which would be quite annoying. Keep it gully. Draw and color some cool stuff. Now I'm going to repeat this absolute rubbish in another language in case you don't speak English, but it probably won't make sense because I'm using Google Translate. Stay safe.
And we literally did use Google Translate. That was funny. So like in French or something, it's probably going to say like the equivalent of like keep away from brother 3-year-old, like something funny like that. But that was part of the joke. It was all a joke, literally.
I saw it as Espanol and then French, and I was like, wait, they had some actual translators.
Yeah, there actually was like translate, but I don't know. Yeah, I didn't put it in Danish. I'm sorry.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah. Discrimination here. But no, so this is next project. Is this the only thing we're going to see to Gully, or is it going to be more like a brand thing?
It's a brand, yeah. It's a brand.
Yeah.
21 Savage voice, but
it's a brand.
It's a brand. What's that on your forehead? It's a brand.
It's a knife.
It's a knife. But like it's going to be fire, hopefully. Like I've got loads of plans for it. I want to just make it more like consistent and actually make it something that like when people think of me, they think of Gully.
Yeah.
Like, and move away so much from like merch and start doing like cool projects that are actually like items that people want to buy, regardless of whether it's from me or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Just something cool. It's like that.
So do you think it's weird when you obviously manufacturing and everything is kind of it's weird to say it's a grown-up thing, but it is a trade in itself and it's like a business. Do you feel like sometimes you're out of your depth, or is it a bit weird sometimes?
I know what you mean. Like, because when I'm like emailing a manufacturer or on the phone, like I sort of have to like when I first did it, like I'd look up like posh versions of words. Like if I was saying like, if I was saying something like, how long will it take to like, how long will making it take? I'd like look it up and be like, how long will production take? Like on the phone, like just I'd do something to seem more professional, and then like they'd never obviously ask my age, but it's more about just like portraying yourself. So they're like, oh wait, he sounds like 20 or so. It sounds like he knows what the fuck he's doing, and I'll get off the phone and I'll be like
this kid.
Yeah, but yeah, it's scary sometimes. Like it feels like I've jumped in the deep end very fast, like head first. Yeah. But it's also fun because like you discover things new like every day. Like I've learned a lot more, and I probably wouldn't know half the stuff I know now, even as a 20, if I wasn't doing this. Yeah,
no, I think it's cool that you kind of grow up and you learn a lot of things by doing instead of necessarily learning through school.
Yeah,
because obviously you can learn ever so much through school. And you learn all this cool stuff,
maths and English and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it's like with obviously doing this, you can learn so much more that actually is going to benefit you in life, that you can actually use to kind of go further and stuff. Because like as well as knowing like y equals x squared plus 3 on a graph, like do you know what I mean? Like it's cool to know, and it gets you like GCSEs, but I think like actually knowing how to like make a t-shirt or how to manufacture a book or like a box or like crayons or something like that, it's actually sick because you like make connections and you have knowledge.
I think education wise it's a very straight path. and obviously social media is not really in that equation. You don't go to school and learn social media or anything like that.
That's a shame though. I was thinking that like there should be a lesson just called life, and you learn like about like bills and like tax and like the problems if you don't pay your bills or whatever.
I need to learn about that. I need to get an accountant.
Maybe paying your bills. But I think just the world's kind of funny because like there's such wrong things. Like I think that should genuinely be something that people learn at school. Because like when you're at school, the teachers will say to you like, oh, you've got to learn this because you're going to be out in the real world soon. It's like, so why aren't you teaching us about the real world, like how to actually deal with it? I mean, I remember I was stressing over exams and everything, and it's so hard. And now I'm like, you know what, boy,
I've never used any of this shit in school or in real life, or university. So I mean, I get why people have to do it, and I get why it's good for some things, but I feel like a lot of the stuff you learn sometimes just goes in here and you just never use it again.
Exactly. It's like you have to just remember it for that one test.
And
get the grades, which I don't like. Everyone I speak to say they don't even mean anything. Get the grades that like get you your results, get you out there. Like if you want to become a lawyer, then of course like GCSE is like the first like stepping stone that you need. But if you want to do something along the creative path, it's good to know like maths and definitely English and just have like a good understanding. But I think it's more who you are than like what you know.
So what's your favorite subject?
I like drama a lot. I think it's just fun, like, because it's like where I can just like joke around, but at the same time like get a good mark because it's like I'm kind of like I have like a million accents that I do, like a million American accents. But
give me a South accent. If anyone from South watching, I'm sorry if we offend you.
No, I don't know actually. Like I'm not that good at geography, but I don't know that good like the different areas. But like I can put an American accent on, bro. Dead ass B. Yeah, that's why I like drama. Just putting like funny things on. It's just fun.
No, it is very much just joking around. Essentially.
In the drink.
Do you want a Lucasade?
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Dan,
did you nick the Lucasade?
No. Oh well.
It must be.
We are Lucasade down.
Dead. Do you want a Red Bull?
No, I'm good.
I think that's one of the things that's like weird because obviously I treat it as a kid, but I still treat it as an adult. And if you get sugar or you get Red Bull or shit like that, it's just all over.
This little bitch. Thank you. Yeah, it's just funny. Like that's whenever I'm like out or something like that, and someone's like, "Oh, what do you want to drink?" And I'll be like, if I'm tired, they'll be like a Red Bull. They'll be like, "Nope." Like they know, but like
you just plummet.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when I get treated like a kid. But then like when I'm in a meeting about like production on something new, then I get like treated like an adult because it's like, damn, this kid actually kind of knows what he's talking about. So it's cool. It's cool having that, and I'd hate to always be treated like an adult or always be treated like a kid. So I feel like I've missed out on my childhood or stuff like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, something I never really tried until I moved out was the whole housing thing and finding a flat or apartment. And they literally, if you're a kid, they don't want to deal with you. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're 19, 20, unless you've got like a stable job with an income and you're like 25, they don't really care about you.
Yeah, and if they ask you like, so what do you do for a living? It's like review shoes and like
I make meme shit. Boy.
Get called a lesbian. They'll be like, okay, no. But yeah, I think like it's weird how that's still happening because I'd thought that would have gone off like 10 years ago or something when they realised. But people are coming around to the fact that like social media, like PewDiePie or Zoella, like the money they make. Yeah, fuck PewDiePie. But like Zoella or like big, like whether they're makeup bloggers or just vloggers, they make so much money. Like off Social Blade, you can check it. But obviously ads and stuff like that, brand promotions, brand deals. Like the money's insane, and that's what like people who own property or stuff like that have to realize. So like if I ever own property and I'm like 25, I'd be really understanding, if you get what I mean. Like, and that's probably what it's going to be like in 10 years, where I'd be like, okay, I know what's going on, and then I'd like trust because I know that it's like the social media is like becoming the best thing to earn money, basically.
Yeah, no, I think I don't think it'll be the best money, but I think it's definitely up there. But as you say, in 10 years' time, people probably realize that social media is a job. Yeah. So when I went out to view houses or whatever, I've never said I do social media. If anything, I do fashion marketing. Yeah, exactly. So you kind of like word it differently.
You just got to posh it. Posh it up. But I reckon like 10, 15 years, if social media is still a thing, you will start to be able to say like, yeah, I do YouTube, or yeah, I do social media.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, cool, like, cool.
Sweet, come in.
Yeah,
have my flat.
Come in, have the flat.
But how would you describe your own job? Because obviously it's a mixture of a lot of things, but is there anything which is like the top?
I think like I don't really like the word influencer. Like, I don't know what it is. I find it a bit cringy, but I think that's
public person.
Yeah. Like what is it? Public personality or something like that.
That's one, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'd never like. But I think for me, I'd just kind of class myself as like I do a lot, but I think like kind of just I like to be known as like just a hustler kind of thing, like just doing anything really to kind of keep going, or like whether it's posting an outfit or doing like modeling or something like that. Like, I quite like the fact that I can't myself put my finger on it, because I think that's more exciting than being able to like say what you do.
I'm an accountant.
Exactly. Like, I'm a lawyer. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, you can kind of pick and choose, but you're still very depend on every single one.
Yeah.
So you'll have your social media, which build your public persona, which build your modeling jobs, build everything. So it kind of goes hand in hand. But I think it's very true that the thing that probably encapsulates everything is influencer. But it's a word I don't associate influencer with something positive. Yeah. For me, it's like, I've got 50k followers now, I'm someone.
Yeah. I mean, it's just weird. I guess it just kind of depends on how you use your following, like we were saying, or whatever. Yeah. And like, in a situation, what you call yourself. Like, if you're in a music situation where you're being asked what you do, maybe you could say something to do with music that you've done, or something that you can do for music. But if you're in like a fashion, like designing something or something like that, then you can say something else. Like, that's the good thing about having like a following or having like talents or stuff like that, because you can use them in different areas. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never say I'm a YouTuber, because sure I'm a YouTuber, but there's still
you do a lot more. Like, it's not like
it's about spreading yourself across.
Yeah. You're a YouTuber.
Slash overall handsome guy slash and that's the cool thing about like doing multiple things. It's just you can say it in different situations, or say it all and just flex. Yeah, without the flexing, maybe.
Yeah.
King of the youth. So are you gonna be now? Ian Connor, he kind of left his title apparently 1 year ago. He said, "I'm not the king of the youth anymore. Who's the new king of the youth?"
King of the youth.
It's gonna be you. It's gonna be Lucas Sabat. It's gonna be John Ross. It's gonna be who's next? Who's next on the social front?
This is definitely like the most cringiest thing I've said. Like when people ask me this, like, I hate it. I don't know what it is, but I think everyone's got like a space. You know what I mean? Like, to do something else. Like, even though everyone's wearing everyone's doing outfits, they're all wearing different stuff. And that's cool. Even though everyone's doing YouTube, they're all posting different stuff. And that's the same with everything to do with like creative wise. Like, even though everyone's working at like people working at Nike, everyone's working at Nike, but everyone's doing different things at Nike to benefit the brand some other way. So I don't think anyone's gonna have a title. Like, it's not like WWE where like you beat someone up,
heavyweight champion.
And you're like,
I'd fuck you up.
WWE like what is it, like a Royal Rumble, like winner of 2017? Like, it's not like that. But I think everyone's got a space. It's just how you use it, and like differences in it as well. Yeah. Bitches.
Fuck going on.
I've been able to say this for so fucking long, because I've been doing an English accent for so long, bitch. Dan, you a parrot ass bitch.
You just fucked up the meters. Oh well, it's gonna be fun. Bitch. No more swearing. No more swearing. But no, so you're not king of youth, but
Nah.
Nah, that's fair enough.
Nah, I don't know what I am. Like, I'll let other people decide that. But I like, as long as I have an influence and it's positive, that's all I care about, really.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely a weird title to kind of put on yourself. It's a very.
I think Lil Yachty calls himself it in his bio or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think like his influence has been like insane. Like, he's got actually people like his voice and stuff like that. So I think he can say it. Like, he's cool. Like, there's a lot of the youth like look up to him. I just never call myself it, really. I
feel like if I call myself the king of the youth, I would have to really
I don't
act like I was king of the youth.
I don't feel like I do enough, like, in myself. I don't feel like I don't dedicate my whole life to it. Like, I still do other things that like are not involve fashion. But I feel like if anyone could say it, it would be someone like, I've mentioned him so much, but like Michael Jackson, or someone really iconic. Yeah. Because he like dedicated his life to it. He was like iconic. So like doing, I don't know, I think you have to really work to be able to title yourself for other people to title yourself like king of the youth or king of the world. Or
Yeah, but would you title yourself a celebrity? Something we talked about a couple of days ago, because
you were saying like in a certain section of the world I'm like a celebrity, but not like I agree with that. I think like within fashion I'm not a celebrity, but I'm obviously well known. Like the following is just clear proof of that. But in the actual world, I wouldn't say I'm a celebrity, because like not the everyday person, if I had the window down in an Uber, would know who I am. I was thinking that today, like looking at someone. But let's say like Justin Bieber, he's like a celebrity. Like exactly. If you looked out a window and you saw him, you'd know it's him. But me, you wouldn't. But it's weird because I say that, but like if I pulled up to the Copenhagen pop-up in a car and had my window down, people would know who I am. It just depends on the situation you're in.
Depends where you are. I mean, obviously, we can't discredit that 360,000 followers is a shitload of followers. Yeah. But if you look at all these makeup bloggers or whatever, I couldn't name a single one, or probably a couple. But there are all these women and men who have like millions of followers. Yeah. And no one in our group no one knows them. Like, except the really big ones like
Alyssa
Violet, Chantal Jeffries. Yeah, exactly.
And
Alexis Ren.
They're like attractive. That's why like people talk about them like that. That's how we know them properly, because we wouldn't watch them to know how to apply like a MAC lipstick onto our lips. Like, we do not give a shit about that.
Apparently I should know. Fucking lesbian man.
Lesbian ass. But nah, I think that's what I mean. Like when we went to Thingy, Summer in the City, when we went there, when we were just having to check it out with like Instagram, we went there. The people who were there, like even though we watched some of the YouTubers, they wouldn't know who we are. And the only way they would know who we are is through what we wear, because they're obviously like, it's weird seeing it, but like YouTube's now moving to like Off-White and a lot of YouTubers wearing it. Yeah. But yeah, I think like we're not celebrities in that area. But like if we went to the pop-up, we are, if you get what I mean. Just for that day, we might be classed as one. Yeah. But
pop-ups.
Yeah, exactly.
Supreme drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think I prefer it like that. I couldn't imagine.
I'd hate being a worldwide celebrity. Yeah. You have no time to yourself. Like when I was, even like, I'm not saying this to be like big-headed, but when I was like at like the Copenhagen one, and I'd been all day like people asking me for photos, like I did just want to relax. Yeah. And I sat back and I was like, bruh, imagine every day of your life is like that and there's no escaping it. And like, I can't lie, this is a guilty pleasure. I watched Kylie Jenner's Life of Kylie Jenner just to see like what her life is. Yeah. And that's like no lie. And she was saying on it, I don't know if she was just saying it, but she doesn't like it. She was saying how like Bella Hadid and like Kendall are all like made for it, and they're like so open to it. But even she like when she wants to go for like lunch with like Jordan, her best mate, shout out, like on the beach or something, they have to go at like 2 a.m. because the paparazzi are like outside their house all day waiting for them to leave. And I'd hate that. Like, I think from outside, people are like, oh, I'd love to have all that attention, but then when you've had it for like 6 months, you're like, fuck,
got enough. Yeah,
it's enough.
I mean, in a video I posted the other day, I didn't realize, but I didn't blow up my address, so for like 3 seconds you can see my address. I mean, for me it's fine, it doesn't really matter. I've removed it now. But it wouldn't matter. But if I was like famous, world famous, then I'd have my phone number leaked, my address, my email, everything.
That would have been... it's risky. You have to be so careful about what you do. Like, I remember, what was it? Someone leaked, and I can't remember who it was, but they got a package and they were like, thanks at someone, and the address was in it, and they were like ripping open the box, and I was like, you just literally put your address on there, and it was like a 10 million followed account. I'm trying to remember who it was, and that's just like the instant fuck up. Like, you've done it, then like you've actually screwed.
Game breaking, yeah.
But some people don't care. Like, I don't know if you saw, but you know, Jake Paul, they added their house onto Google as like a business. Jake Paul house. Yeah, the Team 10 house with the address. Yeah. So it's like, they don't care. They love it. Obviously, they must love it, like the attention. Yeah. Fair play if they like it, but...
It's crazy. I think he's only 20. Jake Paul is like 20, 21 maybe. I mean, I'm 20 and I couldn't imagine it, but that's like excess fame almost.
Yeah. His is crazy. His has got to the point where, like, I don't even want to imagine it. Like, he has to have police escorts out of his house. Yeah. And, like, if he was going to, like, the supermarket just to buy something, like, boy.
Yeah, it gets to a point where it's not healthy anymore. It's not very...
It's actually, like, bad for your health.
It can't be that fun either. I mean, obviously, there are always good and bad things about it, but...
Yeah.
It must come to a point where It's time to stop.
Yeah, and then you say it to them, and they're like, like photo. It's
Photo,
like,
yeah.
all right, that's I'm gone. Like after like 6 months, it must be like, okay, stop, but you can't stop it. That's the scary thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a choice in life you take, and you can't really. It's hard to suddenly say nah, no more.
That's the good thing about like our following. Like we can do it one day and the next day to get away with it, to get away from it, just to like rest. It's so much easier because you can just walk away. Yeah. And you don't have people outside your house, or you don't have people calling you up with like leaked phone numbers. Like, I like it. I like how it is, and I think I'll continue to to prefer it like this.
Yeah. But what's your favorite thing about what you do? Because obviously, we've got the modeling, we've got the social media, we've got the clothes. What's the area where you prefer it the most?
I think the best thing so far that I've had from it is like actually like when I'll meet someone and they'll be like, yo, I bought this because of you, or like those trousers you wore, I don't know the ones you wear, but I see like a post like every day like, yo, what the hell are these trousers that Magnus is wearing?
The fucking beige ones?
Yeah. It's just crazy. But I like that, like when you actually have an influence on someone, and I also like when someone will be inspired from what I do, or like how I've done it at such a young age. Like I like that a lot. But it's not like I can't put a finger on what I like doing the most, because I'm literally blessed for doing everything. Like anything that comes to me, I'm actually I'm grateful. But I'm grateful for everything. I can't say what I like the most. I can't actually think.
No, it's fair enough. Like I personally, the reason why I don't do only fashion videos is because I'll miss the meme shit. And the reason why I don't do meme shit the whole time is because I'll miss the fashion. So I think it's very much just picking and choosing and finding a good balance.
Yeah, because you're like known for like funny memes, like how you can post a photo with like neon laces on and put like cool neon laces, bro,
in the cap. But I mean, it's good and bad sometimes, because I look back on the stuff I did a year ago. And I'm like, why the fuck did I do this?
And I think like even for me in 2 years, or even for you in a year, you're going to be like, why did I tag lol on my nostrils in a photo? It's my most liked photo. Like, it's crazy. Just
I'm telling you guys, 20k likes.
20k likes. You guys are crazy for his nostrils.
20k likes, and I balanced a pair of shoes in my head. Imagine. People die for 20,000 likes.
Shoes
and
bigger
I've got
than
shoes
your head.
in my head. Yeah, no, it's weird. Like I like the fact that I can very much be myself.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you've set yourself up to be almost too cool?
I know what you mean. I think like I would never get away with what you do.
Yeah.
And like you could probably get away with what I do, but you couldn't do it consistently. You'd always have to have like a meme break, like in between every two photos, so people would be like, "This isn't you." But then if I started posting things where I was balancing shoes on my head, people would be like,
"What's happening here?"
But I like that, because I like the audience that I've kind of built up. And you probably like yours because you can be yourself, like because you're a meme guy. But I've never kind of been a guy that like posts memes or makes memes or whatever. So I think we're kind of like lucky that we've been able to do it, and we haven't like done it like where we have to always act dressed up, or like even if we're going to the shops, like we have to put like high heels on.
Yeah, juicy couture tracksuit.
Yeah, exactly. Like some people literally set themselves up where they have to be beautiful all the time. But for us, like we can just do it in one photo, and that's it. Like the next day we can just relax.
Yeah, I think the only shame though with Instagram and with all these almost career Instagrams is that it gets to a point where you can't be yourself anymore almost without kind of going away from what you do. Because obviously I do fashion and humor shit, whatever. But I can't take a picture of a flower and be like, oh, it's a beautiful flower. I'm not saying I want to do that.
Yeah. You have to kind of base it around something now. Like, you can't... I hear that. I get what you mean. And that's the same for me. Like, I couldn't post...
I mean, even just you posting a fucking mirror selfie would almost look out of place.
Yeah, it would look weird. Because, like, all my feed... Like, if you look at my feed, not in, like, a big-headed way, but it's nice to look at just because it's consistent. The colours are nice. They match. The size of the photos are the same.
Yeah.
But I think, like, eventually I will want to transform my feed into something that is more me, like, based around me. Not saying that the outfit pictures aren't me, but I want to post more funny stuff, like a photo of me milli rocking or something like that. Just something actually, like, that I really is quite funny. But that's obviously, like, a transition that's got to be made slowly to kind of, like, as a warning to the people who are following just for outfit pictures that like it is changing, but
yeah, also
that won't
just
happen for a while.
instead of it's not like you're quitting smoking, or
Yeah,
it's not like
exactly.
you're fucking
Yeah,
starting
yeah.
to eat healthy. It's more slow transitioning.
Yeah.
But do you feel like, obviously I know you have a Finsta.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you having a Finsta is like a way to branch out without necessarily...
Yeah, branching out kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Yeah, Finstas are like the best thing for anyone that doesn't know. It's like a fake Instagram, like a second Instagram. You don't have one, do you?
I've got running shoes. That's
All
I need.
That's
yeah.
all you need, just to post stupid photos. Yeah, I think fake Instagrams are like the best thing ever, because like you can literally just be yourself, and it's your friends who follow it, and your friends can see it. So
I've always seen it as like a small group chat.
yeah,
with just pictures.
It's
only.
so fire. Like you can just post what's going on in your head, or like funny screenshots and stuff like that, and like the people who see it, you trust.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's
yeah.
fun.
That's the thing. Sometimes I'm not saying I'm scared of posting stories of shit, but I'm like, do I really want this story of me doing whatever to be seen by?
And I think we all learned a big lesson like last month about stories and being careful about what you post. Yeah. I think that's just like a big lesson. But
I think everyone kind of slips up at some point.
yeah, I mean,
the other day I tweeted in New York, I'm Millie Rock, sucking on some cock. and you know, it's still up there, but I'll probably delete it at some point.
you're crazy, man. That's actually crazy. And I think like, yeah, everyone does something stupid eventually.
I'm happy though, because I've got the platform where I can say shit like that.
You can say
and
stupid
like,
shit like that, and people will be like, haha, yes, like.
Yeah, they know I'm joking.
Yes.
I mean,
but then like if someone posted it like me, they'd be like, what the
fuck?
Like, that's stupid. But yeah.
Another one is, haha, it's just a prank, bro.
Yeah, that's like your thing, like, haha, yes, haha, prank.
Haha, yes. But what's your, I assume Instagram's probably your favorite social media then? Or is it?
It's Instagram.
Yeah.
I like Twitter a lot though.
Yeah.
Twitter's good.
I think Twitter's more humorous because that's where it's just words. Almost.
It's just your mind on Twitter.
Yeah.
And like you can post all the time. But sometimes it's actually hard to tweet, like thinking of what things to tweet.
So
like,
hard.
with you, yeah, as well. Because yours are all just like...
I gave myself like a goal to tweet once a day. And I kind of failed. Because sometimes it's hard to hold back the good tweets.
Yeah.
You'll have like a good tweet and you'll post it immediately. And
or you even sometimes like with Instagram, obviously like everyone does it where they think about the time they're posting, like is it a strength? If you have like a banging tweet that you know is going to do well, you're like, okay, I need to wait, or like I can't wait because it's so good. Like it is a bit like Instagram where you just wait to do the good tweet, but
I can't even do it on Instagram. I'm like,
you
know what? I really want to post this right now.
You just fucking post it. But Twitter's like fun. It's like your mind.
I think Twitter for me is harder because I don't like to actively go out and search for stuff. Yeah. So with the fun stuff on Twitter, you have to follow someone who tweets it. Yeah. I'm not gonna go search meme shit on Twitter. But
I think like, and Twitter's kind of good as well because like, low key, if you follow someone who posts like a banging joke or like a banging thing, and no one uses Twitter that you can say the joke and like just say like, oh yeah, it was my joke. But
stolen. Stolen memes.
That's good about Twitter, but Instagram, like everyone's got it. So if there's a meme going around, you've seen it. Like
exactly. Like the Jar Jar Binks, Balenciagas, or Elf on a Shelf, whatever the fuck that was.
You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you heard of Magnus on a?
Let's go. Here we go.
In the comments below, I don't know actually. I can't think. Magnus on a.
Fuck knows, man. I'm not built for this. I think it's a crap meme.
I think it's funny, like the DJ Khaled on a salad one, like that's funny, and like
you just know, you look back at this in like 3 months, you're like, fucking dead meme. But, but
at the time it's funny.
Yeah.
It was like 21 and like these nuts, like those kind of ones were so old bad, bro, but they were so funny. Like,
that little kid. I mean, even me looking back at that fucking shooting star meme I did.
Which one was that?
The one where you like show yourself in space.
You did that?
Exactly that one,
Oh. Katy Perry did that in her music video.
What, she did?
Yeah, like in one of her music videos, and that came out like a week ago.
That's a bit too late.
Yeah, she's late.
But that's the thing, some people have very bad creative teams.
Well, I've got a joke. I think the video came out last Friday night. Did you get it? Because that video, that song that Katy Perry did.
Yeah, but that's an old song.
Yeah, but it's
fine. You tried. Stick to outfit pics. So we are currently on 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Damn, maybe we should...
Damn, son. Maybe we should...
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Sounds good.
But yeah, thanks for having me on your podcast, Magnus.
Thank you, Leo.
The
Thank you for
second
coming.
coolest in the world.
Do you want to...
And are you gonna...
I'll put it up there,
play
probably.
the thing?
GullyGuyLeo, colour book.
Yes. Friday, 29th of September, 7 p.m. And keep your eyes out. Look at my t-shirt.
Enjoy, boys and girls. I'll catch you very soon.
Yes.
Pounded, bro. Bang.
Damn.
That's the last thing, actually. Rings.
On my ring.
Rings. What's with the rings? Like, I'm a massive fan of rings.
I'm a fan of rings, but I can't keep stuff. I lose everything. Yeah. Every piece of jewelry I ever own. You can ask that. There's like 8 rings. There's like 8 rings at his house, bro, that I've just lost. And I'm just shit at keeping stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, rings, I love rings.
I wear mine every day. Literally, just keep them, shower.
Can't
fucking
shower
name
rings.
it.
But yeah, I do love rings. Accessories are like the last part of an outfit that look fire.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of continuing. But the good thing about rings and accessories is you can wear a white t-shirt.
Yeah.
And look bomb as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
With rings and everything. But if you just wear it... I mean, you can look good in just a white t-shirt.
Yeah,
but it's just
yeah.
like something missing.
Like a chain or something. Like, it's just so nice. Like, yeah, jewelry's like the sickest.
Yeah, I do feel like 5-6 chains.
Yeah.
Too much for me.
No, but like certain rappers can pull it off, like Lil Uzi Vert, where he has like literally like £700,000 on his neck, just like
well, that's not
clanking
even,
together.
That's fucking almost just Cuban chains, chokers almost.
He's crazy. Like, just some people go crazy with it, but I like simplistic, like jewelry. But like, I lose everything, so I can't.
Push me to the edge.
Yeah.
All my friends said that. Peace. Thank you very much for watching.
Peace out. Cool.
Done.
Sick.
Fin.
Yo, it sounds weird to take your headphones off.